that brings me right back to Gurdjieff. In the He talked about the difference between essence, which again, I'm people can come in and probably tell me that I'm completely misquoting him, but this is my
Mm,
understanding. So
mm,
this is my understanding of what I learned from reading his theory. But
mm,
there's an essence, there's something that's genuinely ours, and then there's a personality that gets put on top of it in the very
mm,
traditional like Greek persona, the mask,
mm,
the sort of fake presentation we give to the world that somewhere in us we know is fake and it doesn't quite fit us, but we know
mm,
we have to do it to fit into the world. Um, and the problem becomes, as I understand it, that we can get so well. Actually, this reminds me the personality of Gurdjieff. He talks about both personality and then I think false personality, or some sort of
mm,
like there's like a further extension of it. Um, and that some level of fakeness of fitting in is necessary and is okay. You're in a world, you have to adjust to it.
mm,
But then there's also like there this is I don't quite understand, but the way I understand it is there's some sort of a further extension where it becomes a negative thing. Like you start working
mm,
against yourself or you're lying
mm,
specifically to achieve certain ends that you wouldn't be able to achieve otherwise. So it's like
mm,
a doubling down in some sort of a negative way. And that can obviously go quite bad.
mm,
But the other side of things, to get back to your question about the lion, the other side of things is and the criminals too, what you were saying, the sort of rawness of criminality and
mm,
authenticity. In Gurdjieff's thought, the essence is often arrested at a young development.
mm,
And so if we link that up with authenticity, like our authentic selves can be truly authentic and socially problematic because those parts of ourselves are still very young. They never were able to express themselves and learn and grow and play and be challenged by the world. And so when we go back and we get in contact with them, they can seem very raw. They can seem very rough. They can seem very rude, disrespectful, problematic. They're going to get us in trouble.
mm,
And it's a complicated place to stand where you're like, oh, this part of myself is genuinely me. It's an authentic thing. And I feel like it's going to get me in a lot of social trouble.
mm,
And I the here we enter the realm of neuroses, of the things that our mind does to avoid a problem that it doesn't know how to face, but just
mm,
ends up sort of chasing them around and never actually hitting the sore spot, the actual sore spot.
mm,
Um, and I think so being able to say, oh, this is authentically me, and I need to find a way to relate to it and have it express itself such that it doesn't disturb my life.
mm,
Um, if I am very angry, but I don't know how to experience my anger, and every time I try and express it, it causes a lot of problems,
mm,
and I can't integrate that helpfully. But at the same time, you're not going to, you know, exercise your anger. You're not just going to cut it out. It's built into something very deep. And so
mm,
how to relate to that part in a healthy way, help it find expression in a way that doesn't put a hole in your wall, you know, um, and then find the part that's angry and educate it.
mm,
I don't know much about Rousseau, but if I remember correctly, he was big on educating children
mm,
properly. So
mm,
maybe he comes in here. I don't know anything about Rousseau. That's about all I've got. But
mm,
this sort of educating these initial parts of ourselves and integrating them more with the adult persona, so that the persona, even if it is a mask, it's alive from within. It's lit up from within,
mm,
you know. And if anything, I would say maybe that the negative personality, the sort of false persona, whatever you want to call it, is something that is neurotic. It is actively trying to dim the light instead of just protect it.